Ooh, a fresh pie. Save me a slice. That's good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's... All right, that's good. Okay. All right, okay, all right. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's enough slices!
It's time to turn over a new leaf and stop turning over the puck. So many turnovers this game. It's crazy. The Montreal Canadiens were in Ottawa tonight to face off against the Senators. This game could clinch the playoffs for them. It was an extremely important game, so you would expect a certain level of urgency from the Montreal Canadiens. Did they come out with a lot of urgency? Let's talk about it.
These 2 points.
So as I was saying, this is a huge game for Montreal. A win tonight would eliminate 4 of their competitors, right? It would be the Islanders, Detroit, New York, Rangers, and Columbus Blue Jackets. They would all be eliminated if Montreal just won this game tonight against the Ottawa Senators, who they've only beat so far this season. The fans were in the house. They crowded the Canadian Tire Center. I think you know where I'm going with this, but I'm not going to spoil it. At least not explicitly. I basically just spoiled it, didn't I? I spoil you, you spoil me. Holy smokes, 11,750 subscribers. We're getting all sorts of new folk around here. Welcome to the channel. You've joined an incredible community. We've got a lot of friendly, nice people here. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite breed of dog is.
What dog breed would I be? Just pick another question. I don't know dog breeds in English.
Subscribers, like this video. Let's see how many likes we can get on this video. We recently just broke a record. What was it? We almost had 2,000 likes on one of the recent videos. That's incredible. There's a lot of engagement on that video. It goes to show that if you like a video, it actually does something. Anyway, let's get to this game. We always have to start where we have to start. La formation de départ, starting lineup. By the way, I see some of you chuckle heads down in the comments making fun of my pronunciation of attaquant. Try my best here. Nos attaquants are forwards. We have Caulfield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Anderson, Dvorak, Gallagher, Laine, Newhook, Kapanen, Pezzetta, still in it, Evans, Armia. You know, they travel with Roy. I'm wondering what's going on there. I think, throwing Roy in there every once in a while would be a breath of fresh air. Let's get a time on ice check tonight. I'm going to give you this right up front for Pezzetta. I know this is not common for me to do. I'm breaking up the feng shui. Pezzetta played almost 8 minutes. That's actually really good for Pezzetta. He's had some nice touches. No défenseur, our defenseman, Matheson, Carrier, Gouli, Hudson, Struble, Savard, and finally, devant la cage, in front of the cage, we got Montembeault. And they're making Montembeault work for his salary there. All right, first things first, guys, get out there. I want a lot of energy. Instead of letting them score first and having to come back, how about you guys score first? Caulfield, I'm looking at you. So they drop the puck in the first, and
Puck comes loose. Caulfield tried to knock it free. Kaden Cooley has really Greg all tied up. Amadio got it to Greg. Right in front, score!
Literally 20 seconds, 28 seconds. Shane Pinto. Slav is sleeping in front of the net. Suzuki loses his guy. Grieg gets it in front. Man, it's like it's deja vu. That's okay. Shake it off. This is a big game. You don't go down by 1 goal in the first period and totally give up.
Over to Montembeault. He'll tee it up. Montembeault, the save rebound, scores!
What is this, like a minute later? No, it's like 4 minutes later. Cousins puts Ottawa up 2-0. Just a very lazy play that led to this. The puck could have been cleared in the defensive zone. And then they're just not winning battles against the boards. They're turning it over. Very frustrating. It must be very frustrating to have traveled to Ottawa to watch this game and see your team, who is on the cusp of clinching a playoff spot, come out this soft. But as per usual, Josh Anderson, Brendan Gallagher, both the heart of a line, trying to fire the team up. They're throwing bodies around. Anderson's laying big checks. And then half the Ottawa bench gets off the bench to start fighting them on the ice. I don't know how this was not too many men, but this kind of starts the tale of how badly reffed this game was. It was horrendous. There's also a scary moment when someone from the Ottawa bench opens up the door as Alex Carrier is falling to the ice. That could have been bad. He could have went into the corner there. We then see Anderson get a break. He's hooked and then held, but there's no penalty. I have thought this was going to be a penalty shot. Look, you can see he's being hooked and then getting reached around, getting tugged at here. No penalty. Interesting stuff. Maybe the refs were looking somewhere else. Then we see a Sens player interfering with the play by moving a stick towards the puck handler. I thought this was really weird. This is definitely not allowed, but it was not called either. But that's going to do it for the first period. Really lackluster showing by the Montreal Canadiens. 5 shots. It's hard to argue that you're trying your best when you're getting 5 shots in the first period. Ottawa, on the other hand, 15 shots, really pouring it on. Montembeault had to look sharp on a couple of them. So we go into the second period. Everything is washed. We're starting anew. It's going to be different now.
Up to center over the line where it curls away from Matheson, and he'll dump it off for Amadio. Center defense scores!
That's Ridley Gregg making it 3-0 for the Ottawa Senators. This is 1 minute into the second period. Matheson and Carrier just not locking down their guys. There was a soft entry on this as well. No good. They need something to pump them up. They need one of their top guys to go in with the puck, sacrifice themselves, pump up the team, get it in front of the net, push hard.
Sends the breakout pass. Dvorak scores!
Christian Dvorak makes it 3-1 for the Habs, but such a beautiful heads-up play here by Armia to get it up to Devo. I mean, Devo's showing up big lately. Just give him his 8x8 and we'll call it a day. We then get our first power play of the game when Tyler Klevin? Can't remember his first name. Klevin, anyway. He gets up high on Anderson right off the faceoff. So finally, they're saying, we've missed enough penalties. Let's give them one. So this is their opportunity to come up big, really pour it on with a beautiful line A goal or something. Instead, Ottawa goes with an incredible shorthanded opportunity.
Up for Shane Pinto, shorthanded, trying to get it back.
It's so aggravating. But then we see Lane Hudson. We see him keep the puck in, getting his mitt on it. Great reaction time here. Then finds some room, pulls the trigger, but doesn't put the puck where he wants it. And then we see Laine get his shot that he likes, but Ullmark saw it coming. He predicted it. Ottawa kills that penalty, and then Batherson takes a hooking call. So they're going back on the power play. All right, that first power play, forget about it. This next power play is going to be huge, right, guys?
Gallagher up from Matheson, went off his stick, and now it's turned over. Pinto in front, Gregg with a chance.
Ridley Gregg and Drake Batherson, another amazing shorthanded opportunity. Matheson and Gallagher turn over the puck here. It's embarrassing. But luckily, Montembeault bails them out, only for this to happen.
Sends win the drum. Chabot's got it. Throws it towards the net.
Drake Batherson makes it 4-1. It gets deflected up in front. It just goes to show when you put pucks towards the net, this is sometimes what happens, which brings us to the next goal.
Pass in front, scores! Nick Suzuki.
Great reaction time by Slav here. He really got that puck up in front of the net in a hurry. That's what you have to do. There's so many times I'm saying, just throw it in front of the net. Just throw it in front of the net. Because there's usually someone parked up there. Suzuki has something like 87 points now. So that's given them some good energy, I think. But Pezzetta thinks that they could use more.
This is two big boys going at it here, and a pretty good tilt.
A really nice tilt here by Pezzetta and Hodgson. Hodgson's a young kid. I think is his first game. Making for a name for himself. That's a good way to do it. Good on Pezzetta for offering Hodgson the ability to do this. I hear that young scrappers really appreciate that. If like a known enforcer says, "Hey, let's drop the gloves together. I'll take you on. Yeah, let's do it." They love that because it lets them demonstrate that they're capable of doing that, capable of being that role on the team. Now we see Suzuki going to the box with a very hypocritical hooking call. This is such a weak hooking call, something that just didn't even matter. The PK bails him out. They're looking great, blocking a lot of shots. They did get lucky, though, on this one.
Anderson, and this thing is going right in the middle, hits the crest, the Canadiens' crest.
So that's going to be the second period now. It's 26-18 in shots, 4-2 Ottawa. Montreal did do well to tighten up the shot disparity there, but they got a lot of work to do. So we take the face-off in the third. Again, the start of the period, Montreal needs to come out hard, but instead, the Sens get an open net attempt. Savard blocks the shot. There's a delayed holding call on the play. Laine took a holding call in the offensive zone. Bad penalty by Laine. So they're going back on the penalty kill. They kill off that penalty. And then at the other side of the sheet, there's a big scramble in front. It looks like puck is going to make it to open ice, but I guess the referee sees the puck moving to the open ice and calls it a frozen puck. This could have been a goal for Montreal. This is really a shame that the refs lost sight of the puck here. They're supposed to verify where the puck is. Bad whistle, bad call here by the referee. Now, with time winding down, Montreal is trying to get out of their own end. They want to get Montembeault out of the net and preferably, give themselves like 3 minutes. Well, Montembeault leaves the net with like 2 minutes and 28 seconds left. Lean Hudson gets it deep-ish into the zone, but Montreal turns it over, and then this happens.
He's got it. He'll bank it out. Matheson racing for Pinto on a first empty net score.
Pinto is going to make it 5-2. Matheson, I guess, didn't predict that the puck was going back and didn't know how close Pinto was, I guess. He didn't skate hard enough. You could see him turn and, start to skate towards it, but Pinto had put him in the afterburners at that point. This was just 8 seconds after Montembeault leaves his net. So that's going to be the end of the game, 5-2. I hate coming down on them like this, but it was a lackluster performance by the Montreal Canadiens. Like, who performed really well this game? Even Suzuki with his goal didn't perform where I would expect him to. At this point, I'm expecting Suzuki to make 2 goals and set up a play to make the comeback. He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. I guess Dvorak did great. Dvorak, Josh Anderson, Brendan Gallagher, the usual suspects. Armia, I still think he's nursing an injury. Jake Evans hasn't looked great either. Montembeault didn't have a good game. He didn't have a bad game. He got hung out to dry a lot. Yeah, just kind of a stinker. Even Gooley, after I watched the post-game interviews, Gooley took a lot of the blame. He said that he didn't play the best and he wasn't driving the plays forward a lot. But of course, Matheson had some glaring mistakes like he usually does. Those frustrating, aggravating mistakes. Sure, yeah, he plays a lot of time on the ice. But when 2 of your plays, like almost every game, lead right to a goal, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I'm frustrated. I was really hoping they would win tonight. Now we got to sweat a little bit. They're going to play Toronto tomorrow. It would actually be really kind of beautiful and poetic that they beat Toronto, and that's what clinches it for them. But it's going to be a difficult game. Toronto's playing good hockey right now. Demidov won't start with them tomorrow. Did I see he was listed as a scratch? Yeah, Montreal scratches. Emil Heineman, Joshua Roy, Jack-Eye, Demidov. I mean, he could play tomorrow. It would be really weird that, he didn't really get to practice with the team and they're throwing him in there. But I really feel, especially after Kent Hughes' remarks about Demidov, his first game will be on Monday against the Chicago Blackhawks. And if they can't beat Chicago to clinch the playoffs, and I don't know, Columbus deserves it. I'm joking. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was a tough game. You probably don't want to all relive this game, so views are probably not going to hit just right. That's okay. I've been loving the support that you guys have been giving me lately. It's huge. I'm not exaggerating. I say this all the time, but I wake up in the morning and I check my phone to see how many views I got, and it starts me on a good path for the day. It's exciting. So thank you guys so much once again. Like the video. It helps me out with search results, obviously, or something. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I'd love to have you. And as always, I will see you down below in the comments.